If I were to ask you, what is the percentage of probability that this phone created itself out of nothing? What would you say? No one designed it, no one built it? 0%? 0.1? What about this book? If I were to ask you, what is the percentage of probability that a printer exploded and the tint and paper all fell into the exact place at the exact time with the exact letters in order to produce the exact words, sentences, paragraphs, so that you could portray and the exact message that the book was meant to hold? How probable would you say that this event took place? Would you say that it is highly unlikely, improbable, impossible? Throughout the centuries, we as a human race have all agreed that regardless of our individual worldview, every effect has a cause. The painting assumes a painter. The song assumes a songwriter. The building assumes a builder. And yet for some reason, many through history have made several exceptions to this law. One of those exceptions is this: human beings. Despite the fact that the evidence points overwhelmingly towards an intelligent design, which will logically point towards an intelligent designer, many claim that human beings are the product of random, thoughtless, unguided processes. More of that in a minute. One of my favorite authors is 20th century Christian writer C.S. Lewis. You may know him by his many works, including the Chronicles of Narnia, a fable that tells the story of Jesus Christ, symbolized by a magnificent lion called Aslan, inspired by the fantastical approach towards the sharing of the gospel, and recognizing that, unlike the real world, fables provide the opportunity for objects to come to life. I wrote the song La Mesa y El Carpintero, the table and the carpenter. The Bible says in the Gospel of Mark chapter 6 that Jesus was a carpenter. Now, for the past 2,000 years, the world has made paintings, works, sculptures, movies, and many other works depicting Jesus and his divinity. Yet, I love the fact that the Bible makes sure to tell us of his humanity, reminding us of it. Jesus of Nazareth was a man with a job. La Mesa y El Carpintero tells the fabled story, out of my own imagination, of course, this is not in the Bible, of a table that was made by Jesus and sold to a family in Jerusalem. The tale is narrated by the table itself and its perspective of the family that owned it. It shares with us the beautiful moments lived by the family around the table, the family dinners, parties, children running around, playing, etc. This table also reminisces about the carpenter that made it, whose name was Jesus of Nazareth. It points out how he was loved by his mother and his friends. The table reveals to us how it could hear Jesus praying in private, day and night. One evening, the table notices a dark, mournful mood in the family's home. It overhears a conversation in which they go on to explain that earlier that day, a man from Nazareth had been crucified by the Romans. His name was Jesus, and that he used to be a carpenter. Similar to how Lewis wrote the Narnia saga to paint a fantastical picture of Jesus, Judas, Mary Magdalene, Satan, and many others, so did I write the song to paint the fabled perspective of myself and my connection to the one who created me. You see, I reject the idea that we are the product of random, thoughtless, unguided processes. That would mean that there is no true purpose for which we are here, and our lives would ultimately therefore be of no value at all. I believe that you are a person created with immense value, and that you are absolutely precious because of the fact that you were created in the image of God. So what are we to make of this? What is the point I am trying to make? So what if God exists, Jeremy? So what if he made us? What am I to do with this information? The table in the story was not created arbitrarily. It was made with a purpose in mind. Its purpose was to serve people. So was I. So were you. The Bible says that God so loved us. We ought to love one another as well. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us and his love is perfected in us. 1 John chapter 4, verses 9 and 10. If I have to share the gospel with you, then I believe we should start with the fact that you are not a cosmic accident, but that you are loved beyond your wildest imaginations by the one who made you.